In this video, we are going to be discussing the equation. I mentioned this in a previous video. If you haven't seen it, I will link it uh, down below in the description. But what the equation is it's a way to help you to plan for surplus, whether it's a second job, whether it's money earned, like if you have a third paycheck in a month, if you get paid every other week, or if you get a fifth paycheck, if you get paid weekly, some unexpected money. What I have here is a sample budget. And in the sample budget, I have used the example of someone who works 40 hours a week for $10 an hour and gets paid bi-weekly. And this is just numbers. I tried to use reasonable numbers. This person has a roommate, so they're splitting rent, or they rent a room or something like that, have a studio apartment, but they have small rent. They have groceries, entertainment. You can see these budget categories. It's not really pertinent necessarily, but I did try to create a realistic budget. And in this budget, this person has a surplus each month of only $3. So basically, everything they bring in goes out. You can see in this budget that one of their major expenses is their debt, for their car payment and installment loans and a school loan. So by attacking these loans, they'll be able to get themselves out of debt more quickly. Change their budget more quickly so they have more of a surplus. They also have their allocated categories. Again, I taught on the allocated budget. If you need information on that, I can also link to that in the description below. So let me write that down, allocated and budgeting and equation. All right, so those are the things that I'll link. But what I really wanted to show you is how this works is you create a budget, first of all. So I did this in an Excel sheet. I have very simple equations you can see here where I add and subtract. But you create your budget, record your actual spending. I personally use Mint. It's an Intuit program. I have no affiliate relationship with them. It just helps me to feed my stuff in, and I can track my spending in real time and see where I'm spending money that maybe I've forgotten. So what this equation does is down here, after you have your monthly spending, it totals up everything you earned, it subtracts everything you've spent, and it see you have $50 a month that you don't count. So if you earn, in this example, $50 over, it would go into savings. But beyond that, it will go into this equation. Let me show you how it works. Let's say, for example, you picked up a second job babysitting once a month or 1 week a month, and it pays you $200. We put that money in there, that $200 extra that came in above and beyond what you make. Now you can see that in this equation, we have $203 as a surplus. You then take the $50 out, which would go to savings, and then the remaining $150 is divvied up in these four categories. You can again see all I did is made a simple equation. Please note G41, which is this cell right here, you will have to override to make all of these read G41, because otherwise you're going to mess up your numbers. So if you're having it set up in Excel, wherever you have your total, make sure that you have it subtract that $50 or $100 or $10 or whatever it is that you're going to make your minimum that you still set aside each month, and everything beyond that is multiplied by the fraction. And we adjust these based on priorities. But you can see in this example that $53.55 is going towards debt. That will help you get rid of either one of these pretty quickly. So you can see how just a small addition does this. Now let me show you the beauty of the equation. What the equation does is it rewards your saving. It helps you plan for the future. It gives you some reward. The Bible says, don't muzzle the ox that treads the grain. When you're working hard, you should be rewarded. So it gives you a little bit, $15 in extra fun stuff to do. It may be a small splurge, but it's something. Then you're putting money towards your debt, and you're also putting money towards your goals. So when you do a little bit extra, you can throw something towards saving for your future and protecting against future calamity, like a car breaking down or a major expense. You're putting something towards your goals. You're getting hope for your future. You're getting rid of the debt, which has got you in shackles here. You see in this that a large amount of the monthly income is going towards debt, and it gives you something a little bit fun. So that is the beauty of this equation. You create your budget, you record your actual spending, you have a plan for the surplus so it doesn't just all kind of wash away. Then you execute this plan. This is what we used when we were living very, very tight, where we essentially had just a few dollars each month and sometimes not even that left over at the end of each month. We were on the razor's edge of destruction every month, it seemed like. And many of you understand what that's like. But by doing little bits extra, if we got $50, say, for our birthday, or if something unexpected came in, we stuck it into this. We didn't just go, oh, I've got some money, I'm going to go do something fun with it. I know that sounds like a lot less fun and it sounds more frustrating, but you cannot understand how amazing it feels when you are finally out of debt. So this is the key. This is the equation. This is the spreadsheet. You can see how I have it set up. If you have questions, put them below. You can have other categories. You might have something else that you're putting it toward. We'll talk in another video about how to attack debts with the various different methods, but there's plenty of videos. You've probably seen those as well, but I'll address that. But using this to get money in savings, fund money, debt, and goals is a very powerful tool to allow you to get your goals accomplished even when you only have small amounts coming in. That's the equation, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks.